is Tilly Norwood. She appears to be a fresh-faced young woman who posts about pursuing an acting career. Watch this.
Let's get to know each other, and thanks for watching.
The reason this is getting attention is this actress is completely AI generated by a company called
All right, so that's where you already went wrong. You are calling her an actress. We've had sci-fi films before. We grew up on sci-fi. You know, we grew up on sci-fi. And never did we look at something that was obviously not real, even when we're watching sci-fi, and call that thing an actress or an actor.
Rule 6.
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
By some company called Particle 6.
She'll do anything I say. I'm already in love. Girl next door vibes.
Like if a Sunday roast went to drama school and got BAFTA optimized.
But can she cry on Graham Norton?
Of course she can, and it'll be clipped, subtitled, and monetized on TikTok by lunchtime.
And Tilly Norwood has human actors quite a bit upset and definitely speaking out this morning.
Am I upset? No, I'm not upset. My question is, what's your plan, Hollywood? Like, what are you doing in those think tanks? What are you doing at the round table? Are you planning to deceive the public up until a certain point where the fans go on IMDb and search up this actor, and now they are starting to realize that they're never on the red carpet, they're never doing interviews in person, and then that's when you let them know, hey, they're not real. So are you planning to deceive the public up until a certain point? That's my question.
Major stars speaking up, saying that the AI, was trained using their work without their permission and without compensation. That is where Claire Duffy comes in to tell us about all of this and why this one seems different than other things.
Yeah.
And not only actors, just anybody that put themselves on social media is being copied. Anybody. If somebody puts themselves, I've seen people on social media crying and talking about their own personal life, just copying them. So is the whole entire human race going to sue whoever generated these I'm not going to call it an actress, this AI image? Anyway, let me just keep watching.
Really striking from that clip that you just played there that the first mainstream version of this we've seen, they're advertising it by saying this is a young woman who will do whatever we say, whatever we want. This speaks to the concerns that human actors, as well as other creatives, writers.
She's still saying AI actors.
Directors have been having, that their work has been used to train these AI systems, and that then those AI systems could go on to replace them. So this really has sparked backlash, in particular after there were reports that Hollywood talent agents have been looking to sign Tilly Norwood to shop out for acting gigs. We've seen a number of mainstream actors turning to this Instagram page to express their frustration. I just want to read some of these comments. Cameron Cooperthwaite says, "This is incredibly thoughtless and frankly disturbing. I hope this backfires in every way humanly and, well, non-humanly possible." Mara Wilson says, "You didn't make this. Hundreds of real workers, real photographers, camera operators, heck, even farmers made this. You took their work and pretended it was yours." And Sylvie Turner says simply, "Wow, no thanks." We also are now seeing a statement from the Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, which says SAG-AFTRA believes creativity is and should remain human-centered. The union is opposed to the...
I think they're going to go ahead with it anyway. Yeah, I think they're going to get a very top, what they call A-list actor to get on board. and agree to be mimicked and trained by AI. I mean, agree to train AI to be like them and do a movie and just get the public used to it. And then once the public gets used to it, because like I said, we've been watching sci-fi, then I guess they're gonna make an all AI cast movie. Is that the plan? Like, what's the plan, Hollywood? What are you up to? You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, what's going to happen is the small filmmakers are gonna step up. And that's who's gonna get, it's just gonna steal all your fan base. It's gonna be gone. It's gonna be empty movie theaters, empty everything. All your networks are gonna all just lose subscriptions, and people are gonna come to the small filmmaker that's using real people to make real interactions. See, what you gotta understand is everything is getting real fake right now. Social media, the internet, everything. You don't know what's real. And now you want to add to it by, like I said, it's nothing new, but you're adding to it by, like I'm trying to figure out, are you planning to deceive the public into believing that a new actor is a real person up until a certain point? And then you let them know, oh, that, by the way, they're not real? Is that the plan? Like, because it's going to backfire real bad if you do that. But if you put the person on it's not a person. If you put the image in a film or a TV series and let everybody know that it's not a real person, then, like I said, we've been watching sci-fi. You know, I think you'll be all right. But if you try to deceive the people into believing it's a real person, and everybody starts to go on IMDb and try to look this person up and try to put them in their film, and the fans want to meet them and all that stuff, and then you deceive them deliberately, thinking that at a certain point you're gonna let them know and it's gonna be all right. It's not gonna be all right. You're going to lose trust, and the public is going to lean towards the small filmmaker. So you big dogs, I don't know what you're planning, but if this is what you got in mind, it's not a good idea. Let's watch some more.
Of human performers by synthetics. And they also say that they don't think that people want to see this AI generated media. Now, the creator of this AI actress, Aline van der Velden, she's the founder of this company, Particle 6, she says this wasn't meant to replace human actors. She says, to those who have expressed anger over the creation of our AI character, Tilly Norwood, she is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. Just as animation, puppetry, or CGI opened fresh possibilities without taking away from live acting, AI offers another way to imagine and build stories. But I have to imagine that's cold comfort to the actors who feel like this wouldn't exist.
And that's true, because, you know, you got Avatar, you got, like I said, you know, they use actors to make cartoons and definitely for, you know, for a lot, like a whole lot of animation and stuff like that. As long as you're not trying to deceive people and put someone out there in the public as if it's a real person, and then plan to reveal that it's not a real person. I mean, you can do it as a prank, but to do it on a major scale, it's going to backfire. It's not going to end good for you. You're going to lose trust. So you know, it's art, and it cannot replace a human being because it's not a human being, you know. So, you know, is it going to walk down the red carpet? Are you going to ask questions, you know, and then it's going to answer the questions in person? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, I think a lot of actors are just getting nervous because there's hardly any work. What do they say? 3% of Hollywood actors are stars and 13% are working and the rest are not even working. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this whole thing is basically a journey, right? And it's like the road to being a working actor, because you can be working and then you're not working for a very long time. I mean, we've seen tons of examples of that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think a lot of actors are just getting a little bit nervous without realizing that, like I said, it's been out there. You know, I guess what it is, it's trying to make it look like a real human being and possibly deceive people into thinking that it's a real human being. And I don't see how that's going to work when you got, like I said, you know, you got movie premieres and you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, you know, if you do a halogram or whatever, that's definitely not going to work. You're going to look crazy trying to do that. All right, let's get back to see some more of this.
Without their work, and we're only going to see more and more of this. As this
Yeah, and where that line
improves.
where that line is defined, and when it is passed, if it is, of like live actors and very much created not live actors, and replacing them. It's good to see you. Thank you so much.